All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakadash. That's all praises to the Lord calls God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh by Hashem, and in the name Yahushai being the name but only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the whole elect. On the brother Tazabah of Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I'm going to get right into it. This is U.S. threatens peace in the Middle East, Russia. Right? This is where we at in prophecy. Things are moving along. We're only in February of the year, hopeful year, at the time of Jacob's trouble. And all type of prophecies are moving along. And like the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it shall surely come. Right? This article says this is Washington is fanning the flames of conflicts in the Middle East by conducting unlawful strikes in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Russian permanent representative to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, has said, right, and those flames is being conducted. Well, the Lord said it himself. He said, I come to bring fire. Let's get that. This is, sorry. Here it is, Luke 12 and 49. I come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? And that's where we at. The fire is already being kindled. All right, so when he's talking about Washington is fanning the flames, well, that's scriptural. That's what's supposed to happen. Right? The Lord said he come to send fire, and what will if it already be kindled? Because these things are gearing up. Right? The conflicts, the tensions between these nations. Right? The Lord isn't coming to just draw people together and have everything be good. The Lord said what? He come to bring a sword, but rather a sword. Right? Man, I don't know why I'm putting these in today. It's just, this is, yeah, here it is. Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. And that's not what the Lord is coming to do. The peace is only really going to be set up for the Israelites, the elect of them. 2/3 are going to be set here, left here to either be killed, like it says, such as for death to death, such as our famine, such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for captivity to captivity. 2/3 have those options. That's it. Right? The heathen, your options are even slimmer. It's either captivity or destruction. So the Lord said, think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So this is all the Lord getting ready to gear these things up. Fanning the fires, right? The Lord said that they would fan. Because that's really what we waiting for. Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, thus say Yahweh, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me and destroy and win. Talking about that thermonuclear missile destruction. Right? That destroying wind is that fire not blown. We'll get that. It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And that's what's getting ready to happen. All these enemies that they're making, all of these friends of the enemies that they're making, or the enemies that they're beating on, like the scriptures say, that has been hammered the whole earth. Right? How is it cut asunder? All these enemies that America has, these are allies to Gog and Magog. right? Iraq, which is going into the Persian, Syria, Yemen, right? All these are NATO are BRIC allies, right? Says Russia has requested an urgent session in the UN Security Council after the U.S. carried out airstrikes in Syria and Iraq in response to a drone attack on the American military outposts in Jordan. The bombings have once again demonstrated the aggressive nature of the U.S. policy in the Middle East and Washington's complete disregard for norms of international law. Nibenzaya said during the UN Security Council meeting in New York on Monday. So, right, all these nations are seeing how Esau gets down, so they're getting ready to send the fanners. Right, the Lord is with stoking the fires. Right, the Lord is the one stoking these fires because He has a purpose. He has proposed against these people. Jeremiah 51:3 it says, "Against him that bendeth a bow, let the archer bend his bow." Right, and who's bending a bow on a constant basis? America. All the missiles that are shot in the earth, nobody even touches the number of missiles that America shoots out. It says, "All against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted up himself in his brigandine, that military prowess, spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets." So the Lord has a purpose for this. This is just the beginning. Right? What will I if it already be kindled? There's another one where it says fires shall be off sent out again in the Apocrypha. The second is just 5:8. It says, "Then there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be off sent out again. The wild beasts shall change their places, and the menstruous women shall bring forth monsters." And these women have been bringing forth monstrous ass little niggas and deformed children. Right? The salt water should be found in sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself in the understanding, withdraw itself into the secret chambers. And they're talking about Iraq is actually talking about carrying out military strikes on U.S. territories and targets on the East Coast. So we're seeing things gear up. Lord will these things keep pushing forward because we need all this stuff to happen, right? Because like the Lord said, not one jot. Like, let's get that. Matthew 5:18 it says, I'll start at 17. "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets," right? But Christians will talk about the Old Testament is done away with. Well, those are prophets in the Old Testament. So how are those things put away? "I came not to destroy, but to fulfill," right? And the Lord didn't fulfill every single thing that the prophets wrote back down in those times while He was here the first time, right? He fulfilled the things that were written of Him and how He would be put to death and raised up again for what? The remission of sin of the elect. But there's also a time where the Lord said what? He was going to come back and He was going to punish these nations. So this is what we're waiting for now. It says, verse 18, it says, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled." Right? So World War III kicking off, that's part of it. Fires being off sent out again, that's part of it. World War III, that's part of it. Right? These tensions, war on American soils, that's part of it. The scriptures tell you. "You shall no longer be called tender." Right? Let's get that. Isaiah 47:1, "Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne. old daughter of the Chaldeans. This Babylon is talking about the virgin daughter, right? It's really it's a dark saying for America, right? It says, the daughter of Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind the mill. Uncover thy locks and make bare the leg. Uncover thy thigh, pass over the river. Meaning, they're completely getting exposed. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. And you read right there. They were talking about what? Once again, demonstrated aggressive nature of the U.S. policy in the Middle East. Right? That's that shame being seen. It says, I will take vengeance and I will not meet them as a man. As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is the name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Why? Why is this place no longer going to be called the Lady of Kingdoms? Because the Lord is about to visit this place with destruction, and he's going to use these other nations to do it. Right? This is beautiful, though. Fires are being sent out again. Shalom.